Ladies and gentlemen, there will be a brief delay as we work through a medical emergency. So thank you for your patience. We will begin once the medical emergency has been handled. Good afternoon, and welcome to the 107th Park High School Commencement Ceremony, and a special welcome to the class of 2023. South Washington County Schools supports Indigenous land acknowledgement as an expression of gratitude and appreciation to those whose territory we reside on, and way of honoring the Indigenous people who have been living and working on the land from time immemorial. We would like to acknowledge that the land on which we gather is the land of the Dakota people. We recognize the Native nations of this region who have called this place home over thousands of years, including the Anishinaabe, Lakota, Nakota, Ho-Chunk, Cheyenne, and other Native nations. At this time, I invite the audience to please rise as you are able for the presentation of the colors by the Junior ROTC and the singing of our nation's anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, as performed by the Park High School Concert Choir.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. This afternoon, there are a number of people I would like to acknowledge that through their leadership and support have made Park High School a great school for students to learn and grow. And they include School Board Treasurer, Ms. Melinda Doles, School Board Clerk, Ms. Katie Schwartz, School Board Member, Ms. Patricia Driscoll, and School Board Member, Mr. Eric Tesmer. Also present this afternoon is our Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Julie Nielsen, and Assistant Superintendents, Dr. Tyrone Brookins, Ms. Kelly Jansen, and Ms. Christine Schaefer. Additionally, I wish to acknowledge our own Park High School administrators, Mr. Jonathan Hunt, Ms. Jet McCrone, Mr. Phil Kimmel, and Mr. Carlos Miles. And finally, it is my pleasure to acknowledge our honor staff, Mr. Paul Presnall. Next, it is with great pleasure that I present to you the honor staff, selected by the class of 2023. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing. From the high school, Ms. Katie Block, Mr. Jacob Cusick, Ms. Yani Aiden Gill, Mr. Thomas Storm, Miss Maria Toll. And from our middle schools, Mr. Craig Bauman, Mr. Samuel Dummer, Mr. Chris Foss, Ms. Andrea Kleppel, Ms. Jamie Kirchner, and from our elementaries, Ms. Michelle Harrison, Mr. Chad Palmquist, Ms. Gina Tester, Mr. Reed Chumperlin, and Mr. Justin Joaquin. As you look at our honor staff members, I invite you to please picture the hundreds of dedicated educational professionals who have worked with our students and their families to make this day possible. We extend our gratitude to all these dedicated professionals. Thank you. Please be seated. We have one more group of people here today who deserve our appreciation. Our parents, guardians, grandparents, and families. And students, remember to thank all those people that helped you make it here today. Rarely is success ever achieved without help along the way. Let's give all those that have been here to help you a round of applause. Now we will hear a specially selected work of music by the Park High School Concert Choir from this year under the direction of Mr. Ben O'Connor singing, "Love Has Broken Down the Wall." Thank you, Mr. O'Connor and Concert Choir. The class of 2023 is composed of many exceptional scholars, who have completed outstanding academic work at Park High School. We have 8 students who will graduate summa cum laude with distinction, having earned a cumulative grade point average of 4.3 or higher over their 4 years. In recognition of this remarkable accomplishment, these scholars are wearing a gold honor sash and a blue ribbon medal. We have 41 students who will graduate summa cum laude, signifying a cumulative GPA of 4.0 and above. These scholars are wearing a gold honor sash and a white ribbon medal. Additionally, 105 students in this class wear a white or silver honor stole for their outstanding scholarship. The silver stole signifies a cumulative GPA of 3.667 and above, and the white stole signifies a GPA of 3.5 and above. And this year we have 8 students graduating with a full International Baccalaureate diploma. These students wear a black ivy stole to signify this tremendous academic accomplishment. Congratulations to all 154 of our honor graduates. You have worked hard for this accomplishment. This year, we have 20 students who qualify to be recognized as bilingual graduates at the level of proficiency of gold and platinum per state of Minnesota guidelines, as well as over 20 additional students who are receiving the World Language Proficiency Certificates. Congratulations to you for your achievement. You worked hard to achieve this recognition. Every Park High School senior here today deserves our congratulations and admiration for completing the graduation requirements. And as a community, we are proud of you for facing the challenges brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic just a few years ago. You were forced to learn how to learn differently. You became experts in Google Meet and WebEx and Zoom. And for many of you, it was a time that was socially isolating. But still, here you are taking your next step to the future. Now the class of 2023 will be making their mark in the world by attending colleges or universities, serving in the military, and entering into the workforce. Class of 2023, we wish you good health, happiness, and success as you embark on your life's journey, and we applaud you. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the 2023 Summa Cum Laude with Distinction student speakers, Lydia Best, Abigail Benson, Kendall Holton, Ella Hoagie, Justin Casa, and Ruby Menke. Please come to the stage.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, staff, and the class of 2023. We are here today to celebrate all of our hard work and reflect on the memories we have created over the last 13 years. We want to congratulate you all on this huge accomplishment that demonstrates your dedication and perseverance.
As we look back on our 4 years of high school, we wouldn't be here without the help and support of our teachers and staff. We want to recognize their dedication to building personal relationships with each of their students and thank them for simply believing in us.
Park has given us the opportunities to be a part of the greater community and to lead and grow as an individual. We have developed into lifelong learners who will leave lasting impacts on the generations to come. Throughout high school, we have learned so much about ourselves and each other, and regardless of your plans for next year, we must never forget the potential that each and every one of us has.
Now, as we stand up here and speak to you, and as you look around at your fellow classmates, it might appear that everyone has it all figured out. It's easy to think that all of us are going to our dream school next year or starting out at our ideal jobs. It might seem as though we know exactly what we want to do with our futures and that we're skating through life. The reality is that none of this is the case. Each and every one of us are regular teenagers trying to find our way.
We have all faced disappointments, failures, and shortcomings. In fact, we fail day in and day out. Many of us know what it feels like to get rejected from that school you've always dreamed of attending, or to make a bad grade on a test. We fought through the pressure to succeed and make others proud, and dealt with the anxiety of the unknown future. But these missteps are exactly what we can all come together around today. Even through the difficulties and successes, tears and laughter, we can be grateful for all the moments that have brought us together. As Alpha Wayman Wang said in the award-winning movie, "Everything, Everywhere, All at Once," every rejection, every disappointment has led you here to this moment. This is the beautiful reality of our lives. No matter how much it might seem like we're not good enough, we're still here, accomplishing great things in spite of our circumstances.
This leads us exactly to our point that we'll leave you with today. It does not matter what has happened to you in the past, rather how you approach your life every day is what truly defines you. Living life in the moment, doing what makes you happy, building fulfilling relationships, and expressing happiness and gratitude even in unfortunate circumstances.
In the words of Carl Gustav Jung, "I am not what has happened to me, but I am what I choose to become." Take all the chaos that has consumed the past 4 years of our lives. First, COVID forcing us to learn from home, then losing the ability to use the bathroom due to a bit over-the-top TikTok trends, and most recently being locked in the school because of a shirtless guy with a hatchet. While all those situations may not have been ideal, they each had a silver lining and are memories we will hold for the rest of our lives. Regardless, these footings teach us the importance of gratitude. So cherish your time in these moments with these people. The most frustrating of times can end up being something we'll never forget.
It's through these experiences in which we gain the most. So as you sit here listening to us talk about the culmination of the past 4 years, we ask that you take one thing with you. At the end of the day, remember to be kind. No matter where you've been, where you're going, who you are, or what you've accomplished, always be kind. Choose to be the example of kindness and compassion that you wish for others to become.
Most of us will never know the true meaning of life, and that's okay. But if we've learned anything from high school, and we don't mean how to write an essay or how to factor a polynomial, it's that the meaning of life is found in the relationships we build. Sowing these relationships with kindness is true happiness. Any achievement, speech, or distinction does not define you. The most important and joyful parts of life will not be defined by grades or titles.
As we go on to this next chapter in life, may we never forget what has shaped us to be the young, bright individuals that we have all become. Once more, congratulations, class of 2023. You made it. Once you cross this stage, stop and enjoy the moment. Reflect on where you are and how far you've come. Each and every one of you will do great things. Make the most of your future and spread kindness. Thank you.
Thank you, graduates, for your message. Now we will hear a musical selection from our combined bands under the direction of Mr. Thomas Storm. Selections from C Rock City. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you Chase Hyber, the student speaker elected by the class of 2023. Chase, please come forward.
How are we feeling? Feeling good. Okay. Thank you, Principal Herber. Seriously, guys, can we hear it one more time for Mr. Herber? You know, Mr. Herber and I actually spent grueling hours working to ensure that this speech complies with all district graduation protocols. In fact, we've spent so much time together, I feel like we're now on a first-name basis. Toddster, my buddy, my man. Folks, if I'm being honest, though, all those rules and regulations, they're really cramping my style. You know, I think I'm just gonna wing it instead. Before I get dragged off the stage, I should say that's a joke, and I'm still very much so on script. I just couldn't resist one last gag, guys. Seriously, though, folks, I can't tell you how honored I am to be standing here in front of you today. I could have never expected when I first walked into Park as a scrawny little 5'8" freshman that I would end up here talking to all of you as a slightly less scrawny 5'8.5" senior. No, but seriously, I can't thank you enough, folks, for giving me this opportunity. What a beautiful close to our high school story this is. In fact, that's exactly what I'd like to talk to you about today, stories. My grandpa Jack, he was a storyteller like no other. I have many fond memories of him spinning together a tale while I sat there flabbergasted. It was amazing to me. He instilled in me that there were two types of days a person lives, a useless day or a day worthy of a story. And I think you'll very much agree with me, Park High School. Today is most certainly a day worthy of a story. It occurs to me now that some of his more dramatic stories were little more than exaggerations. But regardless, in his honor, I'd like to dedicate the rest of this speech to him and his honor. And his stories, too. A good story, is made up of many parts, very similar to our time in high school. The most important part of a story, though, is the start, the groundwork. I've often heard it said that the next chapter of our lives will be an eye-opening new experience, and I find myself agreeing with that point. This next chapter is a lot like the start of a new story. Some of us in here will glide through this next chapter easily, and if that's you, more power to you. But the rest of us, we have to learn to deal with adversity in our future, whether that's finding friends in college or the job field, or maybe our academics or the work we'll be doing. The truth is, we will struggle, and that's okay. Each struggle will bring us one step closer to success. Next, let's talk conflict. Not how the conflict impacts you, drags you down. No, how that conflict forces you to pull yourself up. In our high school career, if you're anything like me, you've made mistake after mistake, suffered failure after failure, but standing here today is a good indication that just like me, you pulled yourself out of that, and I couldn't be any more proud of you. It's true, we're turning the page on our story, absolutely, but that doesn't mean we lose what we have right now. Keep the connections you have right now. Don't lose them in the coming years. Reach out to those you care about, whether it's peers or even teachers. There are people who have been by our sides for a large part of our stories. We owe it to ourselves and to them to welcome them into our next chapters. More on that, our story would not be the same without those who have taken this journey with us. Please take a moment at some point today to appreciate the lessons we've learned from the peers around us. I'll start. From my friends Trevor, Sam, and Abby, I learned hard work and a good work ethic doesn't have to stand in the way of fun. From my friends Tanner and Connor, I learned how to have a good time and be unapologetically myself. There's so many more friends that I quite simply don't have the time to mention. But please take a moment soon to tell all those close to you the positive role they've had in your life. Folks, they say the road is just as valuable as the destination. And we all know this road we've taken in high school is important to our success. So let's talk goals, dreams, the crescendo to our stories, the hopeful conclusion. In America, 3 million other students are graduating this year. What separates us from them is our goals, our dreams that we've fostered for a decade, years, months, weeks. Heck, for some of us, we're going after goals we've made within the last few days. But each goal is important. It gives us a drive to do what we want and the tenacity to do things we don't want. You must hold on to those dreams and use them to push yourself forward. I've laid out that our lives in high school is a wonderful story that we've been lucky to be a part of. But if our lives are stories, that makes us the authors. And the final message I'd like to leave you with is that as the authors of our stories, we need to take control and take ownership over our destinies. So you didn't make it into your first pick school. Get back up and keep trying. So you didn't end with the perfect GPA. Get back up and keep trying. So you didn't make it into varsity this year. Get back up and keep trying. If there's one thing that you take from this speech today, it should be that you have the will, the resources, and the networks to succeed beyond high school if you just get up and keep working. I'd like to take one more moment to encourage you to thank the family who came here for you today and the family that supported you that isn't here today. But more than that, if you'll indulge me, please take a moment in whatever way you please to thank the family and friends who are no longer with us, who are watching us achieve great things today. My grandfather, who I talked about at the beginning of this speech, is no longer with us. But it's moments like these that I feel his presence and realize just how big of a role he's had in my success. I'm sure many of you feel the same way about your dearly departed. Again, please take a moment today to thank them for their role in your success today. Finally, Park High School, you'll have to forgive me because I wouldn't forgive myself if I didn't say this one more time. Man, I'm gonna miss you guys. I love you so much. Thank you again for this opportunity to speak today. I am so proud of each and every one of you.
Thank you, Chase, for your message. Next, sharing with the class of 2023 a message of optimism and great life advice, our honored staff speaker is chosen by the class of 2023, Mr. Paul Presnall.
Hello. You know, I got to thank you again for my gown. I absolutely love it. When you gave it to me on Friday, I was surprised and touched, and yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, you know what? I am so happy and excited to be here today. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Mr. Presnall, English teacher, but most of you all just know me as Mr. P. I can't thank you enough for entrusting me with this honor. It is an honor that I take seriously and to heart, and I hope to leave you with some parting words of wisdom, some moments of reflection, and maybe even a few laughs. I'd also like to thank AI and ChatGPT for writing my speech today. I'm kidding, of course, but more on that later. At my core, I am a very sentimental human being, so I think about the little things, the little moments that make days like today so special. And I try to think about how you are feeling right now. All the joy and excitement, the relief, maybe anxiety, maybe a little fear, and perhaps even a little sadness. I also think about how your families are feeling too. The overwhelming sense of pride, love, and in some cases, maybe relief. I also think about how I have known some of you for a very long time, since you were freshmen. And I think again about how honored I am to stand in front of you one last time as your teacher. So listen carefully. I have one last lesson to teach you. In thinking about writing this speech and about this particular group of students, every thought went back to March of 2020 and the ripples and the waves of that historic time. So I'd like to share a few observations and stories from then. You were freshmen. You had just finished your second trimester of high school. You had just finished Romeo and Juliet. I had just learned that I had twin sisters in my class all year, and I didn't have a clue. Spring break was starting, and I casually said, "Have fun, I'll see you in a week." Then, in a matter of days, the news of COVID was everywhere. The NBA suspended its season, the NHL right after, and then Tom Hanks got COVID, which was a really big deal at the time. Then in-person school was canceled, and then the rest you know all too well. Over the last 3 years, I keep going back to that Friday before break, that end of the term rush, and my casual, "Have fun, I'll see you in a week." Looking back, had I known, I would have given every single one of you a proper goodbye. I would have looked you all in the eyes and had better words for the dark days ahead, words of hope and inspiration to shield you against all that the world was about to unleash upon you. Words to fortify your souls for when you felt isolated and confused and frustrated. But alas, you all left that day, and we, your teachers, didn't see you again until the fall. And we were worried about you. We missed seeing you, and we were worried about how the pandemic was affecting you because we were seeing it in our own families. But slowly and surely, with diligence and kindness and love and grit, we figured it out. And we started climbing out of that dark hole together, but that moment during your freshman year directly impacted every year of your high school experience. And here you are now, 3 years later, and you need to be recognized for that courage and determination to persevere and get to this moment today. It is no small feat, and I am so incredibly proud of all of you. Next, when I think about that time period, I think about this. Okay. Now, only a few of my friends know this next story, but now I'm going to share it with all of you. It's April 2020, and toilet paper is worth its weight in gold. We can look back now and laugh, maybe, but the panic then was real. You couldn't find toilet paper anywhere. I spent a Saturday afternoon online and was having no luck. Target, Cub, Walmart, heck, I even went to the manufacturer's websites. Then I went to Amazon. I knew it was futile, but I was getting desperate. I scrolled through page after page, and this is a true story. On page 42 or 43, I found a 10-pack of toilet paper that was available. They had 3 in stock, and they would only let me buy 1. Fine. The picture looked legit. They're on Amazon. It must be legit, right? The catch? $35 plus shipping of $15. So $50 for 10 beautiful rolls. It was going to arrive in 2 to 3 weeks. Extravagant? Yes. But I would not be deterred. The order went through, my card was charged. Swish. 3 weeks come and go, then 4, then 5, still no toilet paper. I reach out to Amazon, they're looking into it. Week 6, nope. Week 7, nope. Week 8, they tell me it might be lost, but they're still investigating. Then, one glorious day in July, a package arrives at my doorstep. At first, I'm not sure what it is because I've kind of forgotten about my toilet paper. So I open the box and I look inside, and it takes a moment for my brain to register what I'm seeing. And then it does. And then the anger sets in, real anger. And then embarrassment, and then finally laughter. I was expecting 10 beautiful rolls of this. Here's what I got. All right, maybe it's hard to see. Yep, there are 10 there. Okay, $50, there it is. I was furious and embarrassed, but that later turned into laughter and lots of head shaking and lots of teasing from my friends, some here today. I almost threw it away, but I kept it as a reminder and for the story. I'm so glad I did. More on that in a moment. One more story, and it relates to my suit. Now, I love this suit. And for those of you who don't know its history, it's an exact replica of the suit that Leonardo DiCaprio wore in The Great Gatsby. I love that story, I love that film, but I really love that suit. And I wanted one ever since that movie came out. Well, again, this is a story about the pandemic, and it took a worldwide emergency for me to think about that suit again, especially in light of all that was happening at the time. So, as we moved into your sophomore year, I decided it was finally time for me to make my world a little brighter and myself a little happier. So I indulged and I spent the money. I don't regret it for a second. This suit had its desired effect. It made me happy. It made others happy. I've worn it 6 or 7 times, including today, and people love it. I don't regret it for a second. So how fitting, how perfect for me to wear this suit, this symbol of that time to your graduation. It's a Hollywood ending befitting for even Mr. DiCaprio. So, I hope you've been listening, because I just taught you my final lesson. And just in case, I'm going to review it for you. 1, life is uncertain, and moments with each other are never guaranteed. Love one another, care for one another. And unlike that Friday in March of 2020, make every goodbye count. Look your loved ones in the eyes every time you say goodbye. 2, if something in life seems too good to be true, it likely is. Sometimes when you are expecting 10 rolls of thick, beautiful toilet paper, you get this, okay? Be smart, be wise, but still take risks. Learn from your mistakes and learn to laugh at yourself. I'm doing it in front of thousands right now. Life is all about the risks. That is where all the good stuff happens and the best stories come from. Just be safe. 3, don't wait too long to do what makes you happy. Have fun, be your genuine self. If you want to buy that pink suit, you buy that pink suit. Obviously do so within your means, but life is short, and it took a worldwide pandemic and a nationwide lockdown for me to do something so seemingly simple, yet brought me so much joy. It shouldn't have come to that. Learn from that. And finally, and this is new, I made a joke at the beginning of my speech about AI and ChatGPT, but the final part of my lesson comes from my heart. The thing is, class of 2023, I worry about you and I worry for you. The world is changing fast, too fast. AI and its powers seem to show up everywhere almost overnight, and that's in addition to the constant black hole of social media and the internet as a whole. Now, we don't know where this is going to take us as a society or how it's going to change our lives or, my fear, continue to steal our valuable time. I stand before you, someone who will turn 50 next year, yet can clearly remember, that's right, yet can clearly remember what it's like to sit out there where you are right now. I can. I remember my high school graduation. So what I know is this: life is going to happen quickly, and it is a magical, amazing, worthwhile endeavor. So please, 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 don't waste it hunched over a 5-inch cracked screen. Get out, make friends, create art, travel, take care of your neighbors, get outside and experience nature, do all of those things. Put the tech down and look up at the big, beautiful world around you. I swear to you that you won't regret it. End of lesson. As I wrap up, I want to say how much I respect and admire each and every one of you. You did it in the face of insurmountable odds. I am so incredibly proud of each and every one of you. The downside of that, you can't quit now. We know what you're capable of doing. So we're gonna keep expecting great things from you. Tomorrow, you're gonna wake up with the rest of your life, and it's going to begin with all of its possibilities and all of its hope. And I am so excited for you. Me, I have miles to go before I sleep. So I'll hang up my suit and I'll return to the classroom tomorrow to finish out the year. But I will always, always remember this group of students who fought and continued to fight even during the darkest of days. You are all amazing individuals. Thank you again for choosing me as your speaker. Even as an English teacher, I struggle with the words to properly thank you. I am truly, truly honored. Now, go live the questions, class of 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Presnell, for sharing your message with the class of 2023 today. And thank you to all our speakers today for sharing your thoughts and messages with us. Now, it is my privilege to present the class of 2023. You can applaud. Seniors, you have met the requirements of the state of Minnesota and the South Washington County School District. By the authority vested in me as the principal of Park High School, I certify that the members of this class of 2023 gathered here today have completed the necessary requirements and are eligible to receive a diploma. Members of the school board and Superintendent Nielsen, please grant the class of 2023 their diplomas.
Thank you, Principal Herber. On behalf of the school board, district leaders, and school staff, I could not be more honored to accept the class of 2023. Students, you have created your own story over the past 13 years, and each of you have taken a different path to get to graduation. You are here today because you have successfully met the requirements from the state of Minnesota and South Washington County schools. Park High School students, the diploma you are receiving today serves as that official notice. Parents, family members, and guardians, we have appreciated your partnership and support. Thank you for being an essential part of these graduates' lives. To district and school leaders and staff, thank you for your dedication and commitment to making a difference for our students. We appreciate the great work by our entire team. Graduates, the future is yours. Congratulations, Park High School students, and best of luck to each one of you in the future.
Assistants, assistant principals, please take your positions. We practice this. Will the first row of seniors please stand and come forward to receive your diplomas?
Torrance James Abercrombie.
Chase Nicholas Cavaluzzi.
Kingella Agwe.
Abigail Christina Benson.
Alexis Rose Ilport.
Chase Michael Hyber.
Mason David James Allen.
Ella J. Hoagie.
Freddie Giovanni Alvarez.
Avery Nicole Kellen.
Emma Grace Ambrose.
Ruby Kai Menke.
Benjamin James Anderson.
Nevin Isaac Maskey.
Nimrod Andam.
Kelly Ann Mahaffey.
Brandon Russell Andrews.
Bryn Catherine Maloney.
Lily Rose Andrews.
Shay Richard Maloney.
Cassandra Arizaga.
Logan Ross Manchester.
Jennifer Ortega Dominguez.
Giancarlo Marine Melendez.
Desiree Deanne Oswald.
Jacob James Markford.
Stephen Abu Diaba.
Caitlin Taylor Martin.
Caleb Marco Ayala.
John Richard Martinez.
Nardos Yifru Ayana.
Alexander William Marty.
James Patrick Bachtel.
Chelsea Ning Mulupen.
Fawaz Bakare.
Lexi Ann Mall.
Joseph Eugene Baker.
Haley Joe Maxwell.
Jashai Barnett.
Madison Diane Mayer.
Finnegan Edward Barrett.
Kylie Jane McDaniels.
Sophia Barris.
Ava Brianne McKenzie.
Natalie Raybell Berth.
Connor Stephen McLaughlin.
Gabriella Mary Becker.
Fakre Esmare Mabrate.
Joseph Martin Berg.
Matthew Charles Maduna.
Samuel Jason Berry.
Alexis Diane Meisner.
Agna Deval Bakta.
Robert Stanley Menard.
Nicole Christine Bim.
Damian Richard McConchie.
Abigail Kristen Bingham.
Sydney Ann Merrill.
Nicholas Anthony Blees.
Amelia Ann Mertens.
Brendan William Bladel.
Trinity Deshay Metzger.
Mariana Baki.
Lindsay Elizabeth Meyer.
Ethan Paul Bonison.
Michael John Meyer.
Connor Joseph Bradelich.
Shane Lyle Meyer.
Bianca Brewster.
Ayunva Mihigo.
Derek Jamal Brown.
Raven Leanne Michael.
Lucas Aiden Brown.
Jaden Marie Miller.
Savannah Rosemarie Brown.
Maya Grace Miller.
Donald Wayne Bury.
Miles Amarion Miller.
Alexander Carr.
Mariah Hope Miller.
Benjamin Michael Casper.
Christy Nicole Mills.
Abby Lorraine Chipman.
Elijah Lee Mechnig.
Jair Sigurero.
Abdirahman Mukhtar Muhammad.
Colin Shea Cleary.
Ash Muhammad.
Emma Lynn Cluse.
Carlos Adrian Morales.
Alexis Victoria Constantine.
Alejandro Morales Mejia.
Jenna Ray Coomer.
Jennifer Moreno Perez.
Kennedy Kathleen Corteau.
Quentin Joseph Morgan.
Tanner John Corteau.
Avery Ruth Morris.
Isabel Ruth Cox.
Kamal Glenn Morris.
Catherine Alicia Kramer.
Haley Lynn Mueller.
Bruno Kraus Mejia.
Caden Timothy Mueller.
Paula Kraus Mejia.
Haneen Z. Morowe.
Victor Kraus Mejia.
Emma Marie Marvold.
Skylar Ann Croker.
Taylor Anne Marie Nadler.
Zachary Daniel Crook.
Jacob Riley Nelson.
Zachary Taylor Crum.
Gavin Thomas Nelson.
Andrew Theodore Dalling.
Natalie Faith Nelson.
Briley Ann Dana.
Sydney K. Nelson.
Leroy Avery Dancy.
Savor Nguyen.
Brent Davis.
Jacob Ryan Nickel.
Autumn Bell Degler.
Alaric Leif Noblick.
Ariana Love Del Rio.
Riley Day Norman.
William Mark Deutsch.
Colleague Hassan Artai Snoot.
Riley Nicole Diaz.
Gavin Day Nybakken.
Ella Jean Doshnik.
Owen Michael Oboyo.
Kylie Marissa Doc Bros.
Arachi Marie O'Brien.
Penelope Marie Doyden.
Antonia Odimuyua.
Logan Daniel Doherty.
Logan Scott Olkers.
Jacob Donlin.
David Oluwademilade Olakazim.
Gerald Irvin Dory.
Adriana Christine Oldenburg.
Avery Hope Drott.
Laura Valentina Oldenkamp.
Grace Ann Drott.
Zachary Curtis Olson.
Brady Nelson Derkula.
Nathan Allen Olstad.
Russell Anthony Moses Dukes.
Otidi J. Amat.
Natalie Marie Dunn.
Albert Kissinger Ansarigo.
Morgan Riley Eberwine.
Rebecca Oyabanji.
Eric John William Eli.
Evan Dominic Page.
Damian Sanchez Elliott.
Samantha Rose Parker.
Brooklyn Eve Erickson.
Catherine Amelia Pavek.
Julia May Erickson.
Elena Marie Pearson.
Aberi Chukwu Mary Etuku.
Michaela Ann Pearson.
Riley Nicole Faust.
Nestor Perez Ortega.
Michaela Bell Fee.
Alexandra Lee Peterson.
Skylar Ray Elizabeth Feist.
Austin Hunter Petchin.
Juliana Nicole Field.
Charles Quentin Piper.
Richard William Fillmore.
Donovan Douglas Pinder.
Skyla Marie Finkel.
Braden Thomas Peeringer.
Addison Helen Fisher.
Anthony Xavier Pomerleau.
Benjamin James Fisher.
Lucy Sophie Poot.
Jacob Scott Flatham.
Colton Elijah Porter.
McKenna Danielle Flynn.
Devion Cottrell Porter Johnson.
Alexis Grace Fogelberg.
Tristan Lee Micah Prescott.
Emma Elizabeth Fogelberg.
Mila K. Price.
Edelyn Nanga Fonte.
Shaggy Hair Kuraz Tinoco.
Camden Michael Fories.
Joshua Joseph Raboin.
Ella Claire Fulmer.
Shane Rasmussen Thor.
Grace Emily Jean Garcia.
Jamie Hyun Jun Ray.
Megan Irene Garofalo.
Addison Evelyn Reichel.
McKenna Ann Garofano.
Gracie May Reimer.
Delano Avante Charming Garza.
Emma Claire Reinhardt.
Brody Thomas Gaspard.
Asher Benjamin Rhodes.
Alexander Nathan Gebra Medin.
Haley Joe Richardson.
Emma Lucille Geister.
Giovanni A. Rios.
Jacob Thomas Genelin.
Lysandra Anai Rivera.
Paul Chokon Giadu.
Logan Richard Robinson.
Gemma Ann Gilbert.
Nicholas Daniel Ropal.
Adeline Suzanne Gildy.
Owen Michael Rose.
Jasmine M. Gingold Escobar.
Kalia Lorraine Rosenthal.
Michael Alexander Gladys.
Santiago Rolando Rossi.
Louis Harold Glazebrook.
Ella Catherine Rostad.
Jordan Patrick Glover.
Bernardo Rodriguez.
Marisol Isabel Gonzalez.
Chloe Jessica Roaring.
Jathan Arnez Godar Shaw.
Emily Brittany Rogel Ramirez.
Anesu Felicity Guerrero Kufa.
Shariah Murray Rogers.
Haley Rose Gravel.
Gilberto Rolón Gutierrez.
McKenna Joy Gross.
Ethan Patrick Rothbauer.
David Den Giertes.
Mackenzie Ellen Rothaker.
Joseph Alexander Gutwin.
Becca Rose Rebel.
Abigail Marie Hall.
Riley Ann Rumpka.
Eddie Sar Hallowanger.
Caden James Runkle.
Jacob Ian Halverson.
Douglas Scott Sabin.
Brielle McCara Hamilton.
Hugo Sanchez Torres.
Phelan Thukong Hang.
Madison Faye Sand.
Shelby May Hansen.
Austin Albert Schick.
Mason Scott Hansen.
Benjamin Thomas Schleedy.
Grant Allen Harberts.
Henry William Schlitter.
Alex Michael Harden.
Brandon Michael Schwartz.
Jackson Dean Hari.
Josephine Rose Schwartz.
Delaney Grace Harris.
Tyler Patrick Schwartz.
William J. Alexander Harder.
Haley Catherine Syrup.
Elizabeth Jean Hayden.
Jade Elizabeth Sellards.
Mai Leah Herr.
Jennifer Ann Sievers.
Emily Marie Herget.
Dennis Kang Song.
Miguel Timothy Hernandez.
Logan Michael Sitter.
William Joseph Herman.
Yazin Dia Shuaibi.
Kaylin Nicole Hewitt.
Kirsten Elizabeth Skinner.
Trinity Alicia Hobart.
Trevor Matthew Skinner.
Ava Lily Hoffman.
Ismahan Ismail Sharmaik.
Matthias Harrison Hofschulte.
Talia Maisha Shabazz.
Sydney Madison Holm.
Jalata Shankor.
Brooke Viola Holton.
Zoe Ann Soderlund.
Emily Elizabeth Holzum.
Zoe Alexandra Spikers.
Reese Thomas Holzum.
Bronson Robert Stakoviak.
Tyler John Holzum.
Ava Marie Stella.
Casey William Hose.
Demario LaShawn Stewart.
Cameron Faith Hauk.
Travis Lee Stewart.
Ryan Hewell.
Samuel Roger Storm.
Ryan Lauren Huff.
Noah Jacob Stoven.
Megan Marie Hughesby.
Ariana Ray Strands.
Sabrina Ali Hussein.
Lauren Kareen Strom.
Joseph Thomas Igo.
McKenna Elizabeth Marie Studner.
Jordan Savanara In.
Ashlyn K. Solwold.
Blake Thomas Johnson.
Aaliyah Louise Tannehill.
Isaac Thomas Johnson.
Natalie Caroline Tennis.
Lucas Terrence Johnson.
Emma Louise Thompson.
Ayana Yanis Johnson White.
Isaac Mark Zahi Thompson.
Taylor Deanne Johnston.
Kelly Morgan Thorne.
Kylie Mae Jones.
Kayliana Mackenzie Thorson.
Sadie Renee Jones.
Jacqueline Nicole Thurber.
Benjamin William Jordan.
Hayden James Todd.
Sydney Rose Callum.
Nia Imani Estelle Tolfree.
Peyton Marie Kaplan.
Isabel Joyce Annette Torini.
Gavin Michael Carnes.
Mackenzie K. Treber.
Braden Dean Karnitz.
Isabella Rose Tronis.
Anthony Conrad Keene.
Jesse Joseph Truax.
Camden Catherine Kemet-Mueller.
Tristan James Tyson.
Sabit Muhammad Khan.
Jutaman Tawisuk Satia.
Adam Kevin King.
Caleb James Valencia Rugel.
Gabrielle Marie Clan.
Carly Ann Van de Stig.
Nicole Lee Knickel.
Gao Zong Jolene Vang.
Walker Tillman Knutson.
Gavin Zhang Vang.
Logan Pickard Coker.
Jada H. Vang.
Gabrielle Marie Koenig.
Crystal Padir Vang.
Connor James Andrew Corpy.
Sunshine Gao Shang Vang.
Hannah Marie Corpy.
Thomas Prey Vichayarath.
Lauren Abigail Korth.
Molly Grace Villas.
Megan Ashley Korth.
Anastasia Louise Vogel.
Andrew Lee Kostelecki.
Mason David Voderbergen.
Kylie Christine Costo Hertzberry.
Ethan James Voss.
Wyatt Nicholas Kaulenko.
Dechia Alidra Vu.
Jacob Mark Cross.
Daisy Vu.
Tyler Robert Krogman.
Sophia Marie Wall.
Leah Cherie Kruger.
Will Edward Gordon Wallace.
Noelle Amelia Crumry.
Edith Louise Walton.
Ethan T. Q.
Jack James Wanchina.
Christopher John Kajawa.
Nathan Avila Waterman.
Simon Kuzma.
Owen Hubert Wegley.
Carlos James Labrosse.
Boston Thomas Widener.
David Walter Lays.
Alexander James Westerman.
Hunter Mahil Lafreniere.
Holly Ann Weston.
Bailey James Lane.
Dylan J. Weebush.
Devin Grace Lane.
Brady William Wilhelmy.
Juliana Lane.
Elena Josephine Williams.
Kyle Richard Langevin.
Christopher Murrayberg Wilson.
Annalise Marie Larson.
Corgan Joseph Wilson.
Alenia Catherine Leyland.
Caitlin Nicole Wilwert.
Stetson Lane Layton.
Catherine Ann Windmill.
Braden Keith Lazat.
McCoy Edward Wanuka.
Brandon Anthony Lee.
Dakota Nicholas Wolf.
Finley Kathleen Like.
Logan David Wolf.
Morgan Ann Like.
Ariana Lorraine Woodward.
Mitchell Allen LeMay.
Olivia Nathalie Wolf.
Katie Yamalith Lamus Salgario.
Buddy Allen Wright.
Haley Starr Leonardson.
Chufeng Zhang.
Ashley Lauren Lentz.
Jacob Kongjai Zhang.
Braden Richard Letner.
Daishia Yang.
Tanner Robert Lavasser.
Ethan Chuzong Yang.
Kendall Marie Lewis.
Noah Yu Ying Yang.
Logan Michael Leidy.
Kirabel Tishal Yinu.
Eric Michael Lind.
Lisette Zagal Galvin.
Hanny Lodino.
John Thomas Zymet.
Vivian D. Lohr.
Noah Christian Zilji.
Olivia Ann Love.
Esteban David Zuleta.
Emily Claire Lovero. Kylie Mary Lund. Nivana Ray Lundeen. Jeffrey W. Lucier. Haley Joy Luso. Olivia Marie Opichka.
Kendall Ray Holton.
Justin Richard Casa. Lydia Best.
Graduates, please move your tassels from the right side of your hat to the left, signifying your status as a graduate. Our school song, Hail to the Wolfpack, will be played as the final activity of this commencement. Students, graduates, please listen to it, and this time as an alum of Park High School. At its conclusion, that special moment will come when students toss their hats to the wind and begin a new chapter in their lives. Have cameras ready. Now, we'll hear the song, Hail to the Wolfpack. Graduates, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, toss those caps. Thank you and good evening.